If you're a Chicago Bears fan, it's been a pretty ugly road. It's been a long, ugly road. The last playoff win, 2010. One winning season since 2012. The last 5 years, 8 wins, 6 wins, 3 wins, 7 wins. Nary a good team in the mix. 0 winning seasons during that span. But this year, I'm telling you flat out, the arrow pointed up for the Chicago Bears, and I haven't said that in a long time. There's urgency. There's right now urgency. Matt Eberflus in year 3. Urgency now. New offensive coordinator Shane Waldron coming in from Seattle. Not like Seattle had a great offense the last 3 years, but, well, Luke Getsy's gone. He was not someone who was universally admired. We'll leave it at that. They have, obviously, the number 1 pick in the draft from a deal that they made last year, sending their number 1 to Carolina, so Carolina can get Bryce Young. Now, they get the benefits for that deal. Caleb Williams out of USC, a kid who threw 93 touchdown passes. A kid who was, there wasn't debate as to who the number 1 QB was going to be. It was going to be Caleb Williams. So, we know that rookie quarterbacks are, some of them hit, some of them miss. Even highly touted, even number 1 overall picks. Some of them hit, some of them miss. But on paper, the quarterback situation in Chicago, as good now as it's been in any time. I could think, hey, Caleb Williams' upside is better than Jay Cutler, I'll say that much. Of course, behind Caleb Williams, if he gets hurt, there's not much. Tyson Bagent, Brett Ripien, I don't know that I trust either one of those guys to win an NFL game formula. They might be good in the preseason. But what's interesting, again, this team had salary cap space. They spent 2 years jettisoning salary, preparing for this season as being the first time they were able to buy. So salary cap space and the number 1 overall pick. Guess what? Now they got a receiving core. And a good receiving core. DJ Moore, 96 catches, 1,300 yards last year. Cole Kmet's a solid tight end. They added Keenan Allen from the Chargers, who, if he can stay healthy, Keenan Allen's a rookie quarterback's best friend. That guy's got hands that are unbelievable. Tight end Gerald Everett, they bring in. Running back DeAndre Swift, they bring in. First-round draft choice, wide receiver Romeo Dunze. They had 2 first-rounders. They brought him in as well, a kid out of Washington. They have weapons. 4 to 5 starters back on the offensive line. They traded for Ryan Bates. They signed free agent Coleman Shelton. It's a decent offensive line. There's skill position talent. They have a QB with a big arm. They have a new coordinator and a new outlook on life. There are positive signs for the Chicago Bears on the offensive side of the football. Plain and simple. I do not expect this team to be an offensive bottom feeder the way they have been. And I don't blame Justin Fields. I really don't. Justin Fields was in a tough situation. He didn't have weapons. The OL didn't protect him. And the game plan wasn't designed for him. We'll see if that's better this time around with Waldron and Eberflus, who are most assuredly, there's urgency for the Bears right now this season. It's a tough division. It's a really tough division when you're talking about Green Bay and Detroit at the top. But Chicago, poised to be, let's just start with this. They're poised to be better than they were last year, certainly on the offensive side of the football. I'll talk about defense, special teams, and schedule in just a minute. First, I got 2 points I got to make. First, I got 2. If you like this type of betting content in July, I put it out early because my season win report is out already. My season win report over the 23-year history. That's the first one came out in 2001. 100 wins, 50 losses, 3 pushes, 67%. Long term, fully documented. Go to wagerstalk.com and you can check out every play from every year, the juice, all of that. It's all available. So that season report: 100 wins, 50 losses, 3 pushes, 67%. The 5% big ticket selections. Last year I had the Packers over 7.5 wins as my 5% big ticket play. Have another one this year for a 5%, but those plays have gone 16-4, 80% long term. You can get this year's report right now, and I post it early because the numbers are going to move. I'm giving out content early because the time to take advantage of stale NFL numbers is July, not August. That's why I put out the NFL content early. And I know you guys, by the All-Star break, you guys are chosen for NFL content. I get it. I am too. That's why I'm putting it out. But Again, use report 20 at checkout. Take $20 off that season win report right now. And if you like this type of content, one like makes all the difference. Appreciate it very, very much. And if you agree or disagree, give me a comment in the comments below. I will be back throughout the summer month, reading and replying the comments below. So, after I do these, I get to chill for a week. So, yeah, I'll get into the comments. I'm confident of that. And even if you're leaving late, I appreciate the comments. We appreciate the likes. We appreciate the follows. More than 160,000 of you now following the Wager Talk YouTube channel. Thank you. And if you haven't done so, do it right now. So, new defensive coordinator for the Bears, Eric Washington. This is his second stint in Chicago. Chicago was number 3 in passer rating against, number 3 in takeaways. Had an NFL best 22 interceptions last year. There were some positive things for the Bears defensively. There's hope. And again, you bring in a guy like Montez Sweat from Washington last year. And he led both teams in sacks. He led Washington in sacks despite the fact he was traded midseason, and he led Chicago in sacks. The problem for the Bears, they really don't have anyone else. And pass rush, the best pass rushes, you got to protect against multiple guys. Chicago doesn't really have that. What they do have is, again, what looks like a pretty good secondary. Cornerback Jalen Johnson, cornerback Tyreek Stevenson. They brought in free agent safety Kevin Byard. It's a solid-looking secondary for Chicago. But, again, when you have 22 interceptions one season, it's hard to do that 2 years in a row, especially when you don't have a dominant pass rush. That's the luck factor worked in their favor. I don't know if that's going to be the case this time around. So we talked about we like the offense. We've got questions a little bit about the defense. Normally think of rookie quarterbacks. There'll be the auto money coming in against the under. But Caleb Williams didn't play any unders. Many unders at USC last year. Shootout after shootout after shootout. No surprise here if the Bears end up cashing a fair few over bets, especially in early season play. But it's worth noting, special teams, upgrade. They drafted Iowa punter, the Ray Guy Award winner. He's a monster, all right? He was a difference maker in college last year. And if you have a punter who's pinning everyone deep, that's not always great for over bets within games. Cairo Santos is 90% field goals over the last 4 years in Chicago, 113 out of 125, and 11 of 13 from 50-plus over the last few years, despite playing at Soldier Field, which is not ideal field goal kicker conditions. So we like these special teams. When it comes to the scheduling standpoint for the Bears, NFC North faces AFC South and NFC West opponents, which is not brutal. AFC South, decent, but no elite teams in that. I don't know. We'll see what Houston ends up being like. I don't look at the AFC South as elite. They're good, but no elite teams in that division. The NFC West, you have an elite team in San Francisco, and then some question marks after that. So it's not a nightmare. There are 3 extra games worth noting for the Bears. Carolina, New England, Washington. That might be the weakest trio of any 3 extra games for any team in the league. The Bears can go 3-0 against those guys. It goes sort of a long way towards cashing any over bets. They play a couple times on Thursday. They play a Monday night football game. Those are all late season, so the betting markets or the NFL thinks the Bears might be hanging around for a while. But from a scheduling standpoint, there is one problem that's worth noting. Their last home game with full rest, November 24th, week 12. They have all these short rest games at home after that. So the Bears are going to be better, all right? I think they're going to cash some over bets in games. Chicago's not a team I'll be looking to play under very much early on. From a season win standpoint, this team's going to be better. We'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. Again, appreciate the likes, appreciate the follows. And if you want more NFL content, just click on one of the videos on your screen right now. Check out the full playlist. All 32 teams previewed, up and available right now on the Wager Talk YouTube channel by yours truly. And I'm sure there's plenty of other content as well. Thanks for watching. Best of luck.